Hi, how you doing? This is Jose David, marriage counselor. Today we're going to be talking about the book Stop Divorce, Dead in Its Tracks, Chapter 7, Stop Your Divorce by Starting with Yourself. Here are 5 steps that we're going to go through that are going to focus on you changing who you are for the better, because, you know, as a very good quote we have in the book says, by Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And sometimes, more than likely, when our relationships are not working, that's what we're doing. We're getting caught up in cycles and arguments and things that we do over and over again, expecting different results. So we keep getting lost in these habits that are very unhealthy for ourselves and our relationships. And so we're going to focus on the qualities that we need to start developing for ourselves, which are, we need to be positive, happy people, because that's what's going to attract our partner back to us. Because if we're depressed and needy and expect all these things from our partner, more than likely it's not going to end up well for us, because that's not going to be anything attractive that our spouse or partner wants in ourselves. So we understand that you are going through a difficult situation in your life and a difficult position to be in, but the only way that this is going to get better is if you get better, okay? And so you need to start practicing some things that we're going to suggest, which are doing things that will make you happy, like working out, exercising, but also taking an interest in something that we have found in the last couple of years, and maybe other cultures have done it for a long time. Meditation. Meditation can help you achieve this goal, this objective that we're asking of you, to slow yourself down, to put the brakes on your thought process and your mind going 1,000 miles per hour and just thinking about what you need to do, right? But just taking the time to just put everything in pause, let everything aside, disconnect yourself from the world, and just be at peace with yourself. And this will help you to achieve step 1, which is think clear. We need you to think clear. You need to think yourself with a very clear mind, so you can achieve the objective of making yourself better and making good decisions and having objectives and good goals that will land you in a better position than the one you're in now. And we understand that, first, when we find out that our relationship's in danger or marriage is over, we go through a period of loss. If we feel like we're grieving somebody that has passed away, when we're grieving our relationship that did not work out. And so it's okay to be sad, angry, and shocked, fearful, but we can't let those feelings linger on for a long time. You have to find a way to take all that stress away, to be able to calm yourself, find some peace, so you can stop panicking, stop making harsh, irrational decisions, and focus on what's important, which is yourself first, so you can later on hopefully achieve being back in a relationship. And so meditating is something that I practice with my clients, and I found it useful because it helps people, find peace when their life is in chaos. And so it's not hard to do. It just takes practice, like everything else. And you can spend 5 minutes, 20 minutes, however time you have available. And you need to, find the position that works for you. Some people lay down, some people sit up. Whatever it is, disconnect all your electronic devices, turn off the phone, turn off the lights, leave them on, whatever helps you. Okay, but close your eyes and try to think of yourself, being in a happy place, a place that will bring you calm. That's usually helps my clients. For me, it's the beach with its sandy beaches, the water coming in and out on the shore, focusing on the sound of the wind, on the palm trees and how it feels to be there. For other people, it might be, the forest or the mountains or a lake, whatever it is, you can find it. And this will help you, find peace. Or if you just, want to think about just being surrounded by blank, by just white nothingness, that also helps some people. But whatever it is, it's all about, focusing on your breathing, trying to slow down how you breathe. This will bring you peace if you let yourself. And, the objective of meditating is to relax and stop thinking. Okay, that is your objective. And if you can do that, you're going to find clarity. Okay, people have been doing it for thousands of years, and it helps. So, take a class in meditating, watch some YouTube videos. There are some really good ones out there. And, that will be your first step, to find that peace. Step number 2, temporarily think single. Okay, this might sound like a bit of a trick. Okay, because you got to start thinking that you're not in a relationship, that you're not with anybody right now, and this will allow yourself to be free. Give you some ease to be involved in some activities and situations that you haven't done in the past, but it will also focus on making yourself, happy. Because when you're single, you don't have to worry about anything but yourself. And obviously, if you have kids, that's different. We want you to still be a parent, obviously. But in matter of relationship with your partner or spouse, just being in this crisis, it's going to help you. It's going to help you not be so needy. It's going to help you not have so many expectations on your spouse. It's going to allow them to have space. And in the end, we don't know what's going to happen with your relationship. It might help you to think that maybe at some point you could be single, and that would be okay, that you can be happy. Because we don't want you to be in a relationship and think that the only way to be happy is to be in a relationship, which is a lie. There's plenty of people that are happy not being in relationships, and that's okay. Step 3 is the best emotion to feel to ride the storm is being at peace. That's the best emotion. Because once you're at peace with yourself, you're going to be able to navigate through all the difficult and different situations that you're going to face with. And, one of the things that helps some of our clients is to be able to write affirmations, have little reminders that will kind of, when you're going through a difficult day or situation, will kind of bring you, that center, that stability, that foundation that what you're working towards. And we have some pretty good ones in the book, and you can also write your own, something that speaks to you, something that really makes you feel better. So you can start with the ones in the book, but you can come up with your own, and just use it. Use this affirmation, daily or whenever you're in doubt. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting that you're doing the right things for yourself. Use this affirmation for you. And step number 4, called "Women Do This, Why Not Men," is change something about yourself. Usually women, they change their look, their hair color, whatever. If you've been, thinking about growing a beard and you haven't done it, or a mustache, or changing the way you're dressed, or you want to wear more suits, or dress more casual, whatever the case may be, if it's something that you've thought of for a while, that's crossed your mind, or is just crossing your mind right now, it's okay to change, because you might be going through some very intense changes inside of yourself, so you can match those changes outside too. Step 5, the best way to get serious is, and I think this is a little bit premature, but you gotta be prepared, in case your wife or spouse, partner is ready to have a conversation with you. You need to be ready, and you need to have it planned out in case it happens, because you don't know when it's going to happen. If you've given your spouse enough time and they're kind of coming around, or they're kind of reaching out to you, and you're still kind of, keeping a distance, you need to start planning when you're going to be able to have a talk with them. How is it going to be? Is it going to be informal? What we suggest is planning something special, something that will be different, something that will show them how much you've changed, if you have changed. Is it going to a fancy restaurant, or changing, how you guys used to date, take date nights, or do a date night that's completely out of the ordinary for y'all, something that you guys usually never do. Just be prepared, okay? And don't pressure things. Let things flow. Let things happen naturally. Don't do anything that feels artificial. If your spouse is ready, they'll let you know when it's time to talk about it. Talk about what's going on. Where do we go from here? And that's hopefully when you're ready to be open about what you've been going through. Hopefully you have a lot of things to share and things you've changed about yourself. Thank you.